Hello and welcome to the Clever Fox YouTube channel. My name is Ilysse and today we are going to be setting up my budget for February using my Clever Fox Budget Planner Pro. We are going to be talking about how to use the monthly calendar to note when bills are due and when paydays are, how to set financial goals for the month, to-dos, and even figuring out how much you should set aside for each budgeting category in your life to make sure that you are on track. So be sure to watch this entire video so you don't miss any of the budgeting tips and tricks that I am sharing today, and that you are subscribed to our channel with that notification bell turned on so that you get notified each time we post a new video. Let's dive right in. Now, I've already dated this. This is an undated planner, but I figured let's go ahead and get it dated. Reminder for everyone, this is a leap year, so we have an extra day in February. So I'm going to write February right over here, 2024. How long until we stop making the mistake of writing the wrong year? It'll probably take a long time. I have to be intentional about getting the right year in there. The first thing I'm going to do is take these payday stickers and I'm gonna put them right on the corner of when my paydays are so that as I'm mapping out my weekly budget, I can make sure that I have these noted. So we'll put those right over here. And then we can also take some bill due stickers. Now, one of my big goals for this year is going to be getting cash and using cash envelopes again. So I decided that I wanted to do that weekly. So what I'm going to do is put a little cash sticker here. And this is actually going to serve a couple of goals for me. It's going to get me to go to the bank to get cash. It's also going to get me out of my house where sometimes I don't leave from Monday through Friday. So getting out and getting cash is going to be really helpful for me. Then we can take some of these bill due stickers as well. So we can put them over where the bills are. So we'll get these in, and it's really helpful to see everything at a glance, to know when things are due, what's coming up, when you're getting paid. It's just, I love having the visual. It's one of my favorite things of having a planner is just having a visual of everything that's happening. And then we can take those same bill due and put them over here for upcoming bills and expenses. So I'm going to put the upcoming bills and expenses. I actually have 2 bills that are due on the 1st. So we'll put 2 of those. So 2, 1, and 2, 1. I have mortgage and HOA. We'll also get back to this side. Personally, I like to get everything in the calendar and then I like to list it out and then sort of brainstorm the rest. So we have both of those due. Then I have Peloton, that's on the 3rd. The 7th, I have a credit card. The 15th, I have my car insurance. The 19th, I have my internet. The 22nd, I have my cell phone bill. I also realized that I forgot one, so we're going to add in another one. I need another bill sticker. I also realized I forgot one, so we are going to get this in here, and this is going to be the 23rd, is my electric, which is, and gas. There's gas and so that will be 2/23. We have the 28th, which is my car lease, and we have the 29th, which is Netflix. Typically it's the 30th, but there's no 30th in February, so it will, I'm sure, auto pay on the 29th. Now, if you wanted to, you could also list these here, because what I could do is write mortgage and you could check off once it's been paid, or you could highlight it if you wanted to, and then list them out here. The 7th, we have a credit card. The 15th is Geico. The 19th is Optimum. 22nd is Verizon, Electric, Honda, and Netflix. Okay, now, one of the ways I want to use this notes section over here is actually going to be to map out my cash envelopes for the week. And when I say map out, I mean decide how much I'm going to get. So I'm going to take a highlighter and actually just draw lines over where these weeks are. This one will go right over here, and then one more. And I'm going to do cash. Now, I typically only use cash for certain categories. That's mainly because most of my spending is not in person, but I do want to do better about that over this new year. So we'll write groceries, miscellaneous, and gas. These will be the categories that I'm going to pull out from. And then I'll write down how much from each category I'm going to take out. If I need more space, I can always add it in, but this is sort of how we'll map those out. Now, I want to take the monthly goals and the to-dos section. So let's add in a few bullet points here, and we can also kind of color these or bullet right over them. Now, goals are something that you would like to accomplish for yourself, a goal to set versus a to-do list, which is something that really must be done to check off your list. So a monthly goal that I'll set for February is no takeout, save for Dallas trip, weekly cash envelope stuffing. And another goal that we can do for the month of February is start taxes. Okay, now as I'm looking at the February to-do list, first up is going to be reconcile January budget, save for Josh birthday, save for Ethan birthday. I like to save for birthdays a month in advance. So these are actually 2 March birthdays in my life, but being able to set aside money in February means that by the time the birthdays come in March, the money is set aside. Both of these birthdays are, one is mid-month, one is the end of the month. So I would have the opportunity if I needed to in March to set aside that money, but it's really nice when you can get a month ahead on those things. We're going to do $100 towards pool fund. Pool fund is my pool membership. Now, my pool membership for the summer is going to, the money that I'm setting aside for it is for the membership itself, guest passes, because getting guest passes is almost as expensive as getting the membership, and also money set aside for food and drinks at the pool for myself, because last summer I spent a decent amount of money doing that, and this time I'd like to have a little bit of money set aside for myself, where if I decide to get something to eat while I'm there and I didn't prepare it in advance, I have the money ready for that. And then this is also going to be more budget related, but book Dallas flight. And that will be something that's a to-do list in my general planner, but also a to-do list because of where things stand financially. Now, the income and savings section. The income section, I could put down each of my paydays. I could also put different income sources because I do have different income sources. So how you use this is definitely up to you. If you have 2 paydays in a month and your partner has multiple paydays in a month, you can put that over here too. For savings, I'm going to put the categories that I'm saving for. So I'm going to write pool, Dallas trip, new doors, which is a goal of mine to get new doors this year. And one more popped into my head, pool, Dallas trip, new doors, and car, because I want to buy my car in April. So that's going to be a big one. So I should put monthly goal is going to be save towards car. Okay, now we have my monthly calendar pretty mapped out when it comes to my budget. And then we have the monthly budget and the monthly budget review. The monthly budget review is going to come after the month ends because you'll use your expense tracker to do the monthly budget review, but we're going to write down some budget areas over here. So first up, I'm going to write mortgage and HOA. And then we're gonna draw a little line over the budgeted because that's only going to be one amount. It's going to be what the bill is. That's not going to change. But we'll write, how do I want to phrase this? Let's write cleaning supplies. And I'm going to budget $40 for cleaning supplies for the month. And then we'll write decor because I'm still decorating my home. This is kind of an ongoing budget and I'm going to note this as 100. Then we're going to do groceries for food. And I'm also going to do meal delivery, I guess is the right way. I've been doing a meal subscription service where I cook the meals. So the groceries are really supplemental. The meal delivery is $50 a week. So that will be $200 for the month. And as a result, I'm spending less on groceries. So we're going to do groceries of $150 for the month. And I decided I was going to be doing no takeout. So we're not putting that in here. Healthcare, we have copays, and that I need $250 every quarter. That's a defined expense for one of my doctors, but I think it's always good to have a buffer. So what I'm going to do is write 150 here because some of that will go towards the quarterly, some of it will be a buffer for other expenses that may come up. which could even involve going to the store to get cough medicine or something like that, having money set aside for those. Credit and loans, typically I don't fill this in. However, because my focus is buying my car, that maybe really should go to transport. So while I have credit cards, I don't have any credit card debt. My credit cards are paid off each month since I've paid off debt. So we are going to leave this blank. This is really something if you are paying off debt, you have a student loan, a bank loan, something like that you are paying towards. Then over here, we are going to do personal. So different personal categories could be a manicure, which I do get. And the budgeted for the month, let's budget $150. This seems high, but that would be a little bit more than 2 manicures kind of rolling over into the next month. And then I can also do clothing. And this is again, an ongoing budget. We're only gonna do $30. Not that you can buy a ton of clothes for $30, but this is something that I continue to put money into and don't always spend from. Then entertainment, I'm going to write fun. I typically do $100 a month for fun. This may include if a friend asks me to go to dinner or go do something that's gonna cost money. I put that in a fun category. And then I also have an aunt fund that I continue to replenish for time spent with my niece and nephew. Not that all time spent together needs to cost money, but my niece likes to get sushi when we're together. So sometimes it is going to cost money and I don't always want to say no to that. Okay, now we have car. And first I'm going to put my car payment. And then I'm just going to do a little plus sign, car goal. And that is, I didn't set a specific car goal. Let's do $1,000 and we'll see if we can get to it. Okay, other entertainment things, we should probably put in Verizon and Optimum. Home should also have electric. Transport should also have Geico. Entertainment should have Netflix as well. Kind of just going back through my bills list. Home is mortgage and HOA. Shouldn't have skipped all these lines because I didn't have enough. That's right. I already did mortgage and HOA. Okay, we can cross that. And then I think all that I was missing was Peloton, and that would be personal. And that's $44 a month. So I'll be able to have all of these bills and also budget categories here and see how we do. Once I get my expense tracker, I'll be able to do the monthly budget review, make sure that I stayed on track with everything, and also give myself a little bit of flexibility. That's what we're gonna do for other, and write 150. Now, the way to figure out what these numbers look like is to first take your monthly income, add it all up, then subtract your bills and see what's left. And whatever's left is up to you to decide what to do with. How much do you want to spend on groceries? How much do you need to spend on gas to get to work? What do your debts look like? What are the financial goals you have? And that's where you can kind of come up with these numbers in terms of deciding what's left. A car goal of setting aside $1,000 is a decent chunk of money, and that's not something that I'm going to need to set aside every month, but also you may want to set aside car maintenance, a little bit of money each month for that. If you have a car, it's definitely something good. My car maintenance fund right now is full, and I give full quotes because it's a number that I'm comfortable with. Knowing the age and the condition of my car, if for some reason I needed to get an oil change or new tires or new brakes or something like that, I would then replenish the fund. But for me right now, that's full. So that's just a little bit about how I kind of map this out. I do want to note, I know that my grocery number is low. Meal delivery is definitely supplementing that, but I am also a single person and really just kind of get a little bit here and there at the grocery store. It's not a massive food shopping each week or even each month. So hopefully you found this helpful and a little bit of inspiration to set up your Clever Fox Budget Planner Pro for February. You can pick up this planner over at cleverfoxplanner.com. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Make sure that you are subscribed to our channel, you give this video a thumbs up, and turn on that notification bell for future videos. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.